Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Before we start today's topic, I just want to apologize in advance. I know it's probably been like a week, maybe even 2 weeks since my last video. I've been focusing on school a little bit, and I kind of just haven't really been wanting to film anything for quite a while, but I'm back now and I'm ready to talk about something else. And also, just wanted to say I got my hair done, so I really wanted to film this video before I undollified myself. So anyways, for today's topic, I wanted to talk about being people pleasers and people pleasing in general, and I just want to say it sucks. Now, for any of you that are watching that don't know what a people pleaser is, it's basically just somebody wanting to mold and shape themselves into somebody that they're not, or force themselves to become a different person just to satisfy those around them. And you really shouldn't do that. Sorry if that doesn't really sound all that impactful, but honestly, in all cases, being a people pleaser is not something that should be encouraged or in so much as glamorized or whatever. And this is coming from somebody who used to be a people pleaser in her past, and I will tell you, it's not fun. And one of the few reasons why it's not a good thing is because you won't benefit from it. The only people that will benefit from it are the people that you're trying to satisfy. And a lot of the time, it's just going to be draining. Maybe not even a lot of the time, all the time, it's going to be draining. Because when you're giving them what they want, it's just going to make them greedy. And they'll just demand more and more and more from you until you can't give anymore. And that's not something that you should put yourself through. And I unfortunately had to learn the hard way because I put myself through that all for the sake of keeping people in my life that didn't need to stay, and all sorts of other bad things. So I guess I really just wanted to make this as a message to people that might be going through that now, that it's not a fun thing to go through. It's a very draining and exhausting process, and the more you put yourself through it, it's just going to make things harder for you. It's also going to prevent you from having the capability to stand up for yourself and realize that the people that you keep trying to cater to or turn yourself into a different person for, no matter how much you mold yourself into someone you're not, they're not going to be satisfied. And it's not because you don't have something that they want, or because you're not courageous enough, or they feel like you don't care enough to keep them around. They just don't like you. And instead of just admitting it, they'd rather just let you go through so much pain and let you constantly rearrange yourself, only for them to just not care about how they're doing things to you or how they're hurting you, etc. So I really just wanted to make this video as a way to let others that are going through this right now that you really should get rid of those people in your life, because they'll only drag you down. And not only that, it'll prevent you from being yourself to the fullest potential. Because one thing is that you cannot be yourself if you care too much about what people think. And caring too much about what people think is just going to push you backwards and just keep backing you into a corner, because you're just too scared to just do whatever you want, because you're afraid of how people will perceive you. And while of course that doesn't exactly too much fall under the people pleaser category, it does also involve insecurities as well. Coming from me as somebody who is still somewhat trying to heal from her insecurities as well. So that's kind of what I really just wanted to say on the whole concept of people pleasing. It's just not good. It's not good for anybody. well, I wouldn't say it's not good for anybody. Of course it's not, but it's only going to benefit the people that you try to please, and no matter what you do, they'll never be satisfied because they just don't like you. So, that's kind of what I really wanted to say, and I think that's a little bit it for this topic. So I think we could move on to another one, but in the same video. And I also wanted to talk about how people really need to stop trying to force introverts out of their shells, because it shouldn't bother you so much that a person wants to mind their business. Because me, I'm an introvert, and while I've never really had that much of experience with people bothering me about my quietness or just simply keeping to myself, it does disturb me a lot when I end up coming across people who have been given a hard time simply because they are quiet people. And it's like, why do this to somebody? Like, why does my quietness bother you? And I do firmly believe that's got to be another form of insecurity as well, because it shouldn't bother you that a person keeps to themselves. Like, why is it somewhat treated like I'm committing a crime because I don't gossip and I don't talk a lot like you do? That sounded a little bit rude, I'm sorry, but many people who try and give not extroverts, try and give introverts a hard time tend to be the ones that talk a lot. No disrespect to extroverts that do talk a lot. I know there's a good chunk of you that don't do that to introverts and you're very nice people, but this is more targeted towards extroverts who try and give people a hard time for not wanting to talk to people. And many things that come with being an introvert and being around people that try and give you a hard time for being quiet, they make a lot of assumptions about you. And that's so much as like thinking you're better than them, or feeling like you're superior all because you mind your business, thinking that you have an attitude problem, saying that you're stuck up and whatnot. And it's like, I'm neither of those. I just don't like to talk to people I barely know. Like, no, it's not because I don't like you. No, it's not because I think I'm better than people. I just simply don't feel like talking, and that's fine. Because like I said, why should my quietness be bothersome to you? I'm not doing anything, so why do you feel the need to have an issue with me because I mind my business? Like, let's really question that. Why do you feel the need to start a problem with me because I'm quiet? It just doesn't make any sense to me. But that's kind of what I really wanted to sum up for this video. I feel like it's a bit shorter. I feel like this video's been a bit shorter. But I apologize in advance if it's not long enough, because I did just get home, so my mind is not really all that sorted together. I didn't really make any notes for this video either, if you couldn't tell. But that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and maybe I'll do 2 topics in one video from now on, because I feel like both topics could just have me talking a bit more. But that's gonna do it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!